Okay, hi, how you guys doing out there? Little introduction. My name's C Love. Uh, my government name is not important. Anyway, I'm starting a new YouTube channel to track my progress on a goal I set for myself, and so it's kind of to hold me accountable, to be inspiration for others, to give other people permission to do kind of what they want to do with their life. A lot of people uh, ask me, how do I do what I do? So what do I do that other people are asking me that? Because you don't know me from Adam. So I travel a lot. I love to travel. I'm always on the go. Right now, I just got a new place that I'm renting down in Rodadero, Magdalena, Colombia, which is right outside of Santa Marta, Colombia. Um, it's a pretty nice place. I'm sitting here doing this video from it. The previous year, I lived in Medellin, Colombia, which I love to death. It's one of my favorite cities still. I just really like being by the water. It calms me. It does wonders for me personally in my spirit. Uh, so I decided for the next year I'll try this out and see how this goes. Before that, I lived in Costa Rica part time for 6 months, and in the States, when I'm in the States, my home is Houston, Texas. So, and I also go on trips. I went to Asia for 3.5 weeks. Went to Thailand, Vietnam, Indonesia, Bali, which was awesome. But anyway, this isn't a travel vlog. I can do one of those, and I may do one of those, but this is like I said, something to be inspirational and to track my progress. I have a goal. So, what is my goal? My goal is in 24 months to make $1 million. I know that seems crazy. I know it seems far fetched. I know that you're wondering, how are you going to do it? I have a plan. I have a strategy. And my goal is just to simply execute that plan and strategy. And hopefully in 24 months, I'll reach my goal or be close to it. If I'm not close to it, even if I only get to 25% of my goal, that's $250,000. It's more than I'm starting with right now. So, but I'm not looking at it that way. I'm looking at it in a way that I'm going to do everything I can to make my goal. So this blog, this YouTube channel, is kind of for you to follow along with my goal. I'll be also working over the next week on my website to get a blog up. I'm also, if you want to, once I explain what I'm going to do, what my plan is to get to $1 million from where I am now. And if you want to follow along with that, there's going to be a opportunity to subscribe to my service, which is basically doing what I'm doing. Exactly. I show you exactly what I do. No tricks, no get rich quick schemes, nothing. Just so I guess that goes into, okay, what am I going to do to get to $1 million from where I am now, and where am I right now? Right now, I have what I will say a liquid worth of about maybe $25,000, $26,000 maybe. So that's my liquid worth right now. So that's where I'm starting from. So what I'm going to do to grow that into $1 million? If I just put in a savings account at 4, 7, even 15% interest, it won't be $1 million in 24 months. So how am I going to make it into $1 million in 24 months? So I'm going to use what I call options. I learned a lot about options I've been knowing about options for years, but I really got into them probably over the last 2 years, back into them, and really trying to learn the ins and outs of them over the past 2 years, kind of coming up with a plan and strategy of how to invest in options, what options are good, what options are bad for me. And I have to do something that I can understand. There's plenty of ways to make it. $1 million. I mean, you can day trade penny stocks, you can day trade regular stocks, you can, flip houses. I mean, if you have the will, you have, the way. There's many ways to get there. Mine is to trade options. So if you're interested in that, I want to actually start a subscription service. I probably won't start it till month 3 of this adventure, and the reason is I want people to be able to see what happens, and my reason for posting this is so that you see, realistically what happens. So I'm coming up on 7 minutes, so I have to cut this short. So that's my introduction. So my first trade, I'll give you guys my first trade. My first trade is I like a stock called Alibaba. If you don't know what Alibaba is, Google it. One of the biggest companies in China. Their stock has been trading in a pretty narrow range between $170 and $200 a share. Right now it's trading at $175 a share. I have an order in waiting to execute tomorrow when the market's open to buy 10 contracts. I'll explain all this in other future installments, but I just need to get this into the introduction so that we can track my progress. So 10 contracts of Alibaba to go from 175 to 180. That my execution price for the options are 180. The contracts cost me $460 per contract. So at 10 contracts, I'm investing $4,600, so a little bit less than 5% of my liquid worth. So if you read online, that's probably I'm sorry, a little more than 25% of my liquid worth. If you read online and about options, most people tell you that's very risky. Yes, it is, but I got big goals, so I'm taking more risk, and I'll be straight up front with that. Whether this succeeds or not, I have no idea. It's what I'm trying, and I'm putting it out in the world, and I'm going to see if it sticks, and that's what I want to do. So that's the first trade. They're 33 days out, so the October 3rd, $180 call, which is around $4.60 a share right now. I'm buying 10 contracts to 180. What I'm trying to do on each trade is make between 30 and 50% profit per trade, and if I do that consistently and win 7 out of 10, 24 months from now, I should be close to my goal. So we'll track it and see how it goes. So saying bye for the first episode here from Santa Marta, Colombia. So talk to you guys later.